transformation in global energy taking centre stage at India Energy Week. Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivering the opening remarks, saying he sees investment opportunities of up to $500 billion in energy infrastructure. He added that India aims to become the world's top oil refining hub. More joined by Rebecca Bundhun. She's reporting for CNA live from Goa. Rebecca, of course, India needing to make that transition to clean energy, but also wanting to maintain energy independence. The oil minister holding a press conference just a while ago. What did he say?
Yes, the oil minister, Hardeep Singh Puri, talked about some very positive meetings that he's been having at this conference, including with ministers from the UAE, from Canada too, and opportunities there for further cooperation. And this conference is focusing on all areas of energy, whether it's oil and gas, nuclear, renewables, hydrogen, biofuels, all of that's there. And India is, of course, focusing on boosting its renewable energy capacity. But what this event has also really highlighted is that India is also very, very dependent on oil and gas, and that's not something that's going to change anytime soon. We heard that in comments earlier from India's oil minister and from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the oil minister saying that, oil and gas is still very important to the country, and it's something renewables have to be added on. So that transition is not so straightforward as it seems. That's something that India still needs to focus on. And we can look at that a bit more in depth in the following report that I filed from the conference.
India may be firmly committed to ramping up its clean energy capacity, but the message was clear from the government at this conference that fossil fuels remain critical to the country's energy mix for the foreseeable future, and India needs to find ways of securing more oil and gas.
I must re-emphasize that if investment in existing oil and gas production were to stop today, global oil output would decline by around 8% annually over the next decade, equivalent to losing more than the combined annual production of Brazil and Norway. The history of energy has never been about replacement alone. It has been about addition. New sources have consistently complemented existing ones.
The oil minister said India is set to account for more than a third of the increase in global energy demand over the next 2 decades as its economy grows. The country depends on costly imports to meet most of its fossil fuel demand. To help meet its rising needs, Prime Minister Narendra Modi told the conference India is open for investment.
हम इस दशक के अंत तक अपने ऑयल एंड गैस सेक्टर में इन्वेस्टमेंट को $100 बिलियन तक ले जाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं. हमारा लक्ष्य एक्सप्लोरेशन के दायरे को भी 1 million square kilometer तक विस्तार करने का है.
Ministers and policymakers from various countries are attending India Energy Week in the coastal state of Goa. Some 75,000 delegates are expected over the next few days. The event comes against the backdrop of US pressure on India to reduce its oil purchases from Russia. Some Indian refiners have scaled back these imports. And analysts say India could stand to benefit as the US tries to take control of Venezuela's energy resources.
It's what price it's coming at, right? So Russian crude has been attractive because of the steep discounts at which it has been offered. So definitely Venezuela coming back into that basket will be a welcome addition, but it'll have to come at the right price.
So affordability is very important for India as it tries to meet the energy needs of its population of more than 1.4 billion people in this growing economy. But a lot of these things that India is talking about, attracting investment into oil and gas exploration, even boosting renewables, this is all something that's going to take time. So in the nearer term, it does remain dependent on those imports of fossil fuels, and it needs to work out ways of getting that in a more affordable way.
Thanks. Rebecca Bundhun there reporting live for CNA on India Energy Week from Goa.